Hi, this is Adam Kuzmiller with Board Game Geek, and I'm joined by Brett Sobel with Nauvoo Games, and we're here to take a look at Reckoners. As a huge Brandon Sanderson fan, I'm very intrigued. So, let's get into it. What's going on with Reckoners?
So the very fast overview is the Reckoners is a cooperative game for 1 to 6 players. It plays in about 90 minutes, and the purpose and the whole goal of the game is that you are trying to defeat a big bad supervillain.
All right.
In the books, those are known as epics. Okay. Now, these epics take a range of variety of forms, but one thing that has happened in this world is that the epics have taken over, right? And one of them, Steelheart, is sort of the biggest and baddest of them all, and he rules in a city known as New Cago, which is Chicago in this post-apocalyptic world, and he sort of has the whole population under his thumb. Now, he is ruthless, and so are all of his other lieutenant epics that are rolling around the city, really doing what they want, murdering people at will. So, your goal as the Reckoners is to work cooperatively to find Steelheart's weakness and assassinate
Bring him down
before the population has been destroyed.
All right. So we've got tons of cool trays, all these chunky bits. How's it fit together?
Yeah, so the Reckoners plays like a simultaneous cooperative King of Tokyo.
Okay.
So everyone has all these dice in front of them, right? So they've got these big chunky dice, and everyone starts the game with 6 of them. And you'll notice that 3 of them match your player color. So David is a blue character, he has 3 blue dice. And everything is color-coded in this game, so you'll notice that the blue dice happen to have 2 of the blue symbol on them. So in that way, I happen to be better at the contain action, which is the blue action in this case, okay? So everyone has a little natural disposition on their dice to begin the game. Now, when we are playing the game, we will, on our turn during the Reckoners phase, roll all these dice. Once we've rolled them simultaneously, we can decide which ones to keep and which ones to re-roll. We will only get 3 rolls over the course of it, and each time we re-roll, we must keep at least 1 dice.
Okay.
So when you're rolling, you want to try to aim for the doubles naturally because they tend to be more effective, but sometimes you need certain actions to do different things on the board, and we'll get into that. But let's just say, I rolled, maybe I talked to you about what to keep and what to re-roll because this is all collaborative, right? So we'll be doing this. Oh, I got some more doubles. I'll keep those. Maybe I want some of this. And on the 3rd roll, you keep all the final results. So this actually worked out really good. I got a bunch of containment, which can be extremely effective. So everyone's got all their dice locked and loaded now, and we move into the use dice step. So during this phase, we will be moving around on this map of New Cago. And
So these 4 trays together make up the map.
Exactly.
Okay.
So this is the city of New Cago where the players will be moving, as well as Steelheart, who is going to be putting obstacles in your way, like enforcement or even barricades, etc., to make it difficult to get to him, to bolster these powerful epics here, and ultimately try to decimate the city before you have a chance to stop it. So we'll be able to use our dice to combat that. So everything is color-coded, like I said. There's 6 different actions, and I'll quickly go through them so you get a quick sense of how to play. So Contain Epic allows you to touch blue symbol, blue thing. Move this to the left by 2 blues because that's what the symbol is, right? So I contain this epic. That's important because epics, when they activate later, will do all the actions to the left of that bracket. So thereby I'm containing him, making him do less actions, being less effective, saving me lives ultimately in the end. So everyone will be doing this simultaneously. We can work together. Our dice can be used together. That becomes particularly important when you're trying to assassinate these epics because some of them have a research value, like this one, 4, that's required before you do anything to them because they have infinite health. So we have to together do 4 research that will weaken him, finding his weakness, and then we'll attack him and bring him down to 0.
Cool.
So it's sort of the same collaborative thing where we're working together, using dice together, a lot of interaction in terms of what dice goes where, how do you solve this big complicated problem across 4 different districts, not only defeating and containing these epics, but at the same time containing Steelheart, which again is how you win the game, when you defeat him.
Great. And so this is Steelheart. Is this like our base of operations or something over here?
Yeah, this is an equipment board. So, in a dice-based game, there are lots of ways that luck plays a factor, right? But the equipment cards in this game allow you ways to improve your dice, modify your dice, acquire even new dice that are better dice, gain you standard actions you can use every single turn, and really through these cards, you can build an engine of actions that you yourself can become like a one-man wrecking crew or a one-man money-making machine and play a specific role in the team. So these are really awesome cards that each player can acquire. And we actually start the game with a couple of unique player abilities as well.
And so does the game end when Steelheart either wrecks you or you wreck Steelheart?
Yep, binary win-loss in that way.
Awesome. How many players?
1 to 6.
And how long does a typical game take?
About 90 minutes.
Nice. Very cool. And is this available soon? Now?
So we just are about to fulfill our Kickstarter campaign that launched earlier this spring. Right now, we've sold out at Gen Con in the first 15 minutes.
Like you do.
Yep. And we have a limited amount of quantities left that have not been pre-ordered already. So we will be sold out of our first print run probably by the end of the week. We will be printing again pretty shortly, but you may have a chance to get some on our website at www.navugames.com if you want to pre-order it now.
So if you weren't fortunate enough to get in on the Kickstarter, when is the earliest you think you'd have it in your hands? Assuming you're not here at Gen Con.
Yeah, if you can pre-order it, you'll have it in your hands in the first week of September.
Okay.
So only about 4 weeks away. And if you miss that pre-order batch, we'll be reprinting. It'll probably take until Q1 of next year before we have a new print in stock.
Awesome. Well, thank you again, Brett, for talking to us about the Reckoners.